Okay, today I don't have a lot of quality because I'm not connected through a fast connection. I don't have 5G or anything. Today I'm simply recording. So if you find that this is not following the quality that you want, it's totally fine. Um, I'll do the best I can. Okay. The objective of today is to be able to record a video, not to upload it, just to correct to design a video and upload and record it raw about how to write an informal email. So nothing is prepared. It's gonna be the way it is, and if it's great quality, fantastic. If it's not great quality, just excuse me because I haven't really prepared for it. I simply have the steps, and I hope that you find the content appropriate. So with Osi Kotani at the background, on the background of my video, we're going to start. Okay, 1 second. I'm designing that. Is lesson 562. It's really short. It's going to be maybe 15 minutes. So I hope that you find the content appropriate. Okay, so we're starting in three, two, one. All right, today's video is about writing an informal email, which is normally the option that most people want for the second writing of the first certificate exam, the B2. This is based on the fact that most people want to write something that is informal. Yeah, it is true that it's the informal and the easiest, but remember that this has to have a structure. So I'm going to show you today what to include, useful expressions, and the structure. Okay, so we're going to be focusing on how to write this. So let me just show you my screen for the iPad. Okay, so the informal email or the letter uh, includes several expressions that you should be using. You need to remember that you need to include certain things that we're going to go one by one, and then the structure there's going to be around 3 paragraphs, 4 paragraphs, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Remember, this is an informal writing, so you can use contractions. Remember, the contractions isn't, aren't. You can also use don't or doesn't, or also you can use didn't, then can't or couldn't, and then hasn't, hadn't. Okay, so very, very important. Shouldn't, mustn't, all those sorts, you can use them. Then also very important, you should use phrasal verbs because phrasal verbs is very colloquial. Okay, I'm giving you four here that you can take. For example, you should take up playing football. Take up is initiate a new activity. Okay, I'm sure you'll get on well with your new classmates. Get on with, the well is optional. Get on with is to have a good relationship with your partners. Okay, another one is keep on studying so hard. Keep on is the same as continue. Continue studying so hard. Keep on studying so hard. And another one, I'm looking forward to it, which is a classic, is I really want that to happen. I really want that day to arrive. I'm looking forward to that concert. Okay. I'm looking forward to your arrival. Okay. It will be one example. Okay. So these are four. You, if you have a list of phrasal verbs that you really, really want to use, revise them until you remember them for your email. Let's go to what else to include. You can include idioms because idioms are expressions that imply culture, that you have learned about the culture of the country. One thing that you can use, for example, I'm giving you three. It's a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake, which means it's very easy. Could you tell me how to get around in Barcelona? Well, going around in Barcelona or going around Barcelona is a piece of cake. Okay. I have an important exam tomorrow. What should I do? Well, you should hit the books, which means you should study hard. Okay. Or at the end of an email, when you say, I'm really looking forward to your answering me or to your response. Instead of saying that, you can say, oh, drop me a line whenever you have the chance, which is like write back to me whenever you have a chance. So it's a piece of cake. Hit the books, drop me a line. These are three examples. Okay, you shouldn't have like 10 or 15. Okay, with two or three is more than enough. I gave you this ones, but you can have others. Also, you should include strong adjectives because the strong adjectives are normally used in informal register. Okay, in an informal register where you are talking to somebody trying to impress them. For example, your idea is awesome. Okay, your idea is awesome. The trip was awful, meaning very bad. The rain didn't stop. I'm delighted to hear that you're paying me a visit. I'm delighted. I'm very happy. The series is hilarious. You won't stop laughing if somebody is asking you to tell them something about a new series to watch or a new movie to watch. So remember, good is the same as awesome or great. Happy is the same as glad, thrilled, or delighted. Bad is the same as awful. And fun is the same as hilarious, but with very inside. Okay, so very good, very happy, very bad, and very funny are the same as the red ones. Remember, we call them strong adjectives or intense adjectives. And finally, you should use connectors. Very important. Here I gave you three as well as that. That when you are giving an idea and then you're adding a second idea, also besides, as well as that, or when you're using contrasts. However, although, in spite of, or instead of. Okay? In spite of, remember, is the same as despite. Okay, it's a typical mistake. All right, so these are the ones that I'm giving you. Now, useful expressions. What are exactly useful expressions? Well, we're going to understand that whenever we write an informal letter or email, it's because we want to react to something that some people are asking or telling us to do. So, the communicative achievement, which is one of the four aspects of the language that you're going to be assessed in, is talking about how well you're giving advice, because this is one of the things that they might be asking you to do, to give advice. Please, people, I need to go to Barcelona and I don't know how to move around. Could you help me? That's, well, they're asking you to give advice. Okay. So giving advice is one thing, or maybe they're asking you for information. So, and you should be giving the information, or you need to accept an invitation, or you want to refuse an invitation. Okay, so these are four classic reactions that are asked when you write an informal email or letter, or when you receive one and you have to react. Okay, so we're going to see some expressions that can be used in any of the four different styles. Okay, for example, in giving advice, you have, if I were you, I would hire a car to move around because it's very difficult to move in public transportation. Okay, why don't you use public transportation instead of hiring a car? You really should rent a bike since it's the cheapest option and it's easy to get around. I think it would be a great idea to discover the city on foot. On foot is like walking. Okay, these are four pieces of advice. In a way, this is expected from you. Okay, so these are four that I'm giving you. You could write them down so that this good material is not forgotten. That one would be for giving advice. Then, what happens when you're being asked for information? So, I'm not sure what time you're landing. Could you let me know? Or I'd like to know what time you're landing. Okay, so when you want to ask information to the other person because they didn't provide it. Okay, maybe somebody is coming to see you and you need to organize yourself. Okay, then what if you have to accept or refuse an invitation? First, we'll see accepting an invitation. I'll be delighted to be there. Count me in. It's the same as count on me. Count me in. Or I'm really looking forward to this celebration. Okay, like meaning, okay, I'm going to accept it. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. which is at the same time a phrasal verb. Okay. Then let's see refusing an invitation. Unfortunately, I can't attend because I'm busy that day. Oh, what a pity. I'm busy that day. I wish I could, but I'm busy that day. Okay, these are three other ways of refusing an invitation. So these are the four reactions that you may get: give advice, ask for information, accept an invitation, and refuse an invitation. So now we're going to see a real letter. It says, I'm really worried about studying abroad. Will it be easy to meet new people and find accommodation? I hope you can pay me a visit there soon. I'm a bit scared. So there will be, most normally there are three questions that you need to deal with in an email. Let's take a look at them. Let's identify them. Question one is, will it be easy to meet new people? You have to answer that. And will it be easy to find accommodation? You need to answer that too. And then finally, I hope you can pay me a visit, which is you can visit me, which is your question three, because you need to provide information about if it's possible for you to find the time for that. Okay. So in the structure, we're gonna have four paragraphs: introduction, question one and two, question three, and closing. Okay. So let's see the introduction. In the introduction, you have the hello Danny, or hi Danny. Then second line, how are things? You should try to include at least one line where you're showing commitment or camaraderie, okay? That you are interested in their friendship. Sorry for being so slow, or sorry to be so slow getting back to you, but I was busy with my exams. Then, depending on the information received, you might react positively or negatively to the piece of news. I was afraid to hear that, like, I'm sad about the news that you gave me. Or what great news. I'm glad that you passed your driving license. Okay? Oh, I was afraid to hear that you failed your driving license. Don't worry. Okay? So you react in one way or another. So react positively or negatively depending on the piece of news that they're breaking in. Let's go to the second one, where you have to answer questions one and two. Okay? In your letter, you mention that you're afraid of meeting new people. Well, if I were you, I would go to parties to meet new people, since it's where most people socialize. Besides, why don't you try to go to the information desk of the university and comment to them about finding a right place to live? As well as that, you could whatever, and it's the same sentence. Okay, it's not that you need to use all of them. You need to select two or three. Okay, I think you really should, because this way. Okay, so that would be questions one and question two. Okay, then in sentence three, you have the question three. Anyway, I'll be delighted to pay you a visit. Here, count me in is an expression. Okay, count me in. Let me know when it suits you so I can plan ahead. I can plan beforehand. Okay, so that would be question three. Let's go to the last part where you're closing. Okay, well, that's all for now. I hope this was helpful. Do you remember the drop me a line? So drop me a line soon, meaning write back to me soon. This would be an idiomatic expression. Maybe you could remember this, or maybe you could remember the whole thing, because it's like a very standardized way of saying goodbye. Okay, so this is it about it. I hope that you remember that you have to write 190. Remember, it's between 140 and 190 words. So if we're going to decide that we have four paragraphs, how many words are there in each of them? So, well, it's going to be easy. I'll get 190 divided into 4, and I'll tell you. 190 divided into 4, you need 47 words in each. Okay, and it should be around 47. All right. So thank you very much. I hope you find the content appropriate, and I hope to see you around, eager for more. Aloha, hoi ho, bye bye. Okay, fantastic. I've already recorded it. I hope that people find the content appropriate for that, and I really need to go